Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, hi, my name is Joyce and you're welcome. Okay, so basically, I've had a lot of people that have been asking me about how I relocated to the UK. So if you're new to the channel, you're welcome. I'm a Zambian living in the UK. I've been here for a year plus. I'm in my second year counting. So basically, I've had like people asking me how I relocated to the UK, and I feel like it's time I talked about it. Okay, so if that is content that you like, I'm gonna share tips and tricks of how you can find yourself here. Okay, so I moved to the UK as a skilled worker. I came to the UK as a professional. I came to the UK from Zambia with my skills from Africa. So I came to the UK as a professional or a skilled worker. So I came on a skilled worker visa. Okay. So a skilled worker visa is a visa that they give to people that are skilled or professionals. For example, doctors, nurses, engineers, lawyers, accountants, and the list goes on. So I came here because I'm not a doctor or an engineer or an accountant. Too dumb for that. I came to the UK as a nurse. I am a registered public health nurse in Zambia, and I'm a registered nurse in the UK. So I came to the UK as a registered nurse. So what are some of the requirements that I needed to have before I can actually move to the UK? So when I was living Africa, coming to the UK, they have requirements that they need you to actually have and possess. So first and foremost, you need to be a qualified professional. You need to have experience in that field that you are claiming to be a professional or skilled person. Uh, so you basically need to have your papers, your legal papers, legal recognized papers, and be registered with the board that registers your profession. Okay. So as a nurse, I was registered with NMCZ, Nursing and Midwifery Council of Zambia, and I was practicing at the time. I had prior experience as well. So I had experience in my field. So you need to have that document that will show that you're a legal person and you're registered with the legal body that registers people in your profession. Okay. And then the next thing that you need to have is the English. Let me know, it's the IELTS. It's the International English Learning Testing System. So basically, we were colonized by Britain, but they don't recognize our English. So to them, we don't know how to speak English. To them, we don't know how to speak English. So you need to have that. So it's an exam that you write. It comprises of four things. There is reading, listening, writing, and reading, listening, writing, and speaking. So it's four parts. You need to demonstrate that you can read. You can get concept from information that has been given to you. You can read from a paragraph. You need to demonstrate that you can listen to English, like when somebody's speaking, you can actually hear them. You need to demonstrate that you can actually write. They give you like maybe a question and you write about it. And then you also need to demonstrate that you can actually speak like I am speaking to you. So basically, that is what you need to have with regard to the English International Learning Testing System, IELTS or OET, which is the Occupational English Testing System, which is OETs. Yeah. So it's you have to choose either of the two that you're gonna do. So I did the IELTS because I felt like it was just way easy for me. The next thing you need to have is you need to write the exam, the competence exam. So this competence exam, this is one that is based on your profession. So if you are a nurse, you will end up doing the competence testing, competence CBT competence test, but it's like CBT because it's a computer based test. So you don't have like a physical paper. You do it on the computer. Like you're sitting on the computer, you're reading the questions on the computer, and then you are there. You're answering. The results for that exam basically comes out as soon as you're done with the exam. I think as you're walking out, they'll give you the paper to see if you've passed or not. So you need to have that as well. And also, I'm gonna share more with regard to nurses because I know more about nursing stuff than any other profession because I'm a nurse. Okay, so and then when you come to the UK, when you arrive, when you get a job, you will have to do the OSCE. I think my nurses know that the OSCE is the obstruct. Let me not even go into that. I don't know what it stands for, but I know it's clinical examination, something, something. So this is just the practical part of our nursing profession. So you have to do the practical part. I know back home we do OSCE, and I hated it when I was home. When I was in school, I hated the OSCE because it just gives you the nerves, the anxiety, and everything involved in it. So I just never liked it. I'm more of the theory type of girl. I love theory. I'm gonna read if I have to. I'm gonna study. I'm gonna cram up work, and I'm gonna make sure I ace that theory. So I'm not the type for the practical. Never liked it. Anyway, so when you get to the UK, you have to do that. The OSCE. Most times, if you're coming to work for the NHS basically is the national health system. So this is like the government back home. It's like the government hospitals. I work for the NHS as well. So if you're coming to work for the government hospitals, you will have to. They will pay for your OSCE, and most times they're going to refund you your international English exam fees. They're going to refund you for your CBT. My trust, for example, also was refunding us our TB tests. Unfortunately, I lost my receipts, so couldn't get my money back. It was like £45. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it because I lost the receipt. I don't know how I lost it. So yeah, so those are the things that you need to have. So before you even start thinking of applying to come to the UK, you make sure you are registered with your body uh, back in your home country. If you're in Zambia, you have to register with NMCZ. If you're in, I don't know, each country wherever you are, you need to register with a nursing body or a professional body with regard to your profession. Uh, and then you need to have your IELTS, your English exam to show that you can actually speak English. You can articulate. I know you can understand what I'm saying, so I know you can do it. Trust me, I passed my exams, all of them on first attempt. Thank God, because I was not ready to start restudying and doing all those things over and over again. So basically, so you need to have your paper, your documentation, your diploma, your degree, and then you need to have your international English learning testing exam as well. And then you need to have your competence. You must do your competence exam as well, your CBT or your computer based test. And then when you do that, then you can start thinking of applying for a job. Yeah, so basically, so those are things you need to do. If you're in Zambia, probably wondering where can I do these exams. So if you're in Zambia, the international exam, the international English exam, you do it at British Council. I think the reading, I think the speaking, you do it at British Council, and then the reading, the writing, and the listening, I think you have to do it at Mulongoshi conference, depending on what they'll give you as British Council. Because British Council doesn't have like a very big center where people can actually have like host people that much. Because I remember when we went for exams, we were a lot. Like we were a lot. That was back in 2023. We were a lot, guys. It was a whole batch of people, and so they don't have like that big center. So basically, British Council will give you the information whether you're gonna go to Mulongoshi conference or you go elsewhere. But the main startup point is the British Council. The next thing you need to do is the CBT. The CBT will depend as well. I did my CBT at Zcash. Zcash, I think Zambians know what the Zcash is. So yeah, I did my computer based at Zcash. I think they have a lot of computers and the internet is stable there because remember it's a computer based exam, which means it's online, which means if power cuts as Zambia is misbehaving right now, load shedding, girl, you're doomed. So yeah, so you need to have like a stable Wi-Fi. They need to host it at a place that have a genset at least. So in case power cuts, it will like automatically just switch and you have to continue the exam. And then when you do that, then you start applying for the jobs. So in the UK, there are different bodies that you can apply to. You have the NHS, which is the government hospitals, and then you have the nursing homes where you have to look after the elderly patients. Those ones that maybe their children are busy and they've got an order, they can't manage to look after them because London is the fast-paced place. Let me not just London, just say the UK. So the nursing home is where they take like the older ones, the older patients, or take them to the nursing home. And then it's also a private entity. It's a private, it may be a nursing home, but it's private. And then you also need to work for the private sector as well. So people who are in the private sector earn more than us work in the government. It's the same as back home. If you work for the government, you earn peanuts. If you work for the NHS, you earn peanuts. Okay, so basically that's how I moved to the UK. I'm gonna go into this later in a different video of the requirements, further requirements like for visa processing and the documents that I needed to present on my visa processing. Before I end this video, if you're planning to move to the UK, it's not an easy journey. It's stressful, it's costly, it's not cheap, but is it worth it? When it comes to monetary thing, it is worth it. It comes to emotions as well. Yeah. So yeah, if you're planning to move to the UK, make sure you get that birth certificate. It's high time you went to Kalinda Kela House and get that birth certificate. It's needed on your visa application. Okay, so with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments and I will respond to all your questions at a convenient time.